Shanti, Shanti Om Shri Gurupyo Namaha Hari Om. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavate Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavate Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatman Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatman Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatman Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatman Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatman Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha
Good morning. Welcome everyone to this Satsang with Muji Baba. As usual, we have a few practical announcements for you. The first one is to ask you to please take care on the roads everywhere in Lisbon, but also around the venue here. Because some of the roads seem like they're part of the parking lot, but they're actually proper roads. And there was a small accident this morning. The woman is fine. She's in the hall here. Very lucky though, and it just made us feel that it was worth it to tell you all to really please take care on all the roads in Lisbon and certainly around the venue. Take your time, look both ways, don't be spaced out. Coming to Satsang, be switched on, okay? So next thing is about the weather, that there is rain and wind in the forecast. And as you can see from outside, there's not really so much cover from the rain. So for this afternoon, unless you are one of the priority colors, we suggest that you only come here 30 minutes before Satsang. So unless you are, orange, blue, or brown, unless you're one of those three, to please just come within 30 minutes of when Satsang begins. Of course, there is space in the cafe and in the shop. It's limited, so if you can come a little bit later, it will actually help the flow, and we would appreciate that. We have some good news about the Invitation to Freedom audiobook. The Portuguese translation is now available in the online shop, and the team is very excited that this has been made available so quickly, and it's a really beautiful translation. We hope everyone enjoys it. Now finally, two of the teams here asked me to say something about silence, the shop team and also the hall team. So maybe it's just a moment to speak a little bit about silence. This is a silent intensive, a little different than a silent retreat. And nobody's trying to make any rules about, being silent and not speaking. But it is an opportunity when you come forward for satsang, as you all have. You've come from different parts of the world, traveled a long way in search for this thing that is so important to you. And the silence that we speak about here isn't so much an outward silence, It's about taking this time to reflect and really soak yourself in these pointings that Muji Baba is giving. So if you have a choice between socializing or contemplating, take advantage of this time. The spaces here are really supportive for that. And the people that you're with are also really supportive of that. You can remind each other that these 5 days are for this, and there's 2 days remaining. So the invitation is just to use the time to contemplate and reflect. And Muji Baba will be with us shortly. Thank you.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Saviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurvubhasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurvubhasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi.
Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang this morning, and bright welcome. Thank you. I don't want to go far before and leave the letters that are coming in unanswered mostly. So maybe I'll even start now, so to just take a look at one or two of them. My dearest beloved Muji, I write this letter to you only to ask for your grace, your love, your light, your help for the healing of my sister Julia. They just told her that she has a lymphatic cancer. All my gratitude for giving me so much, for taking me always to the peace and the deep silence. With all my love, Jyoti from Madrid. And thank you so much to the Sangha to make this possible, and for your translations. I love you. Thank you. Hello, Muji. Yesterday, during the invitation, something happened to me which words cannot describe. At some point, when my attention was looking at what was inside me, and I was answering your questions, all of a sudden, a feeling of infinite expansion came. It was as if through my solar plexus, something burst and unfolded. At that moment, I knew or understood, it is difficult to describe in words the state I was in, that it was I, the Self. But somewhere deep in this new state, attention was rushing about and was trying to cling to something. And as soon as it would cling to sensations of the body, a thought would come, and with it everything would return, the body and the thoughts. How do I let go of attention? Am I on the right path? Thank you. Tatiana, Kiev in Ukraine. Okay. So, again, as it was as if through the solar plexus something burst and unfolded. At that moment, I knew or understood, and in brackets, it is difficult to describe in words the state I was in, that it was I, the self. But somewhere deep inside this state, attention was rushing about and was trying to cling to something. Now, this attention that's rushing about, trying to cling to something, you can call it attention, you can call it mind, you can call it the sense of personal identity, felt a sense of being destabilized or uprooted. And we all know this, no? That then it's searching for something because you've come to a space that is not a form, it's not an object. In fact, your true self is not a form, not object, you see? But it became strongly associated and identified with the body, which is the object. And it's like the body became an anchor for that. And the feeling, I am the body, came. And it gave a kind of reassurance to the consciousness, which has adopted personhood as its state for a time, what you may call a lifetime, even. So, in this introspection or guidance, something is simply leaving everything. You don't have to throw it away even. I say, come beyond even this point. And you see all the places where the identity would ordinarily hang out. We have bypassed them, said, don't bother going, don't go into this shop, don't go into this place, come, just leave it. And what are you discovering? You came, to a point, a space, you may call it a dimension, I don't know what the word would be, a placeless place. And right there, that reaction, like a reflex from the mind, something goes to search for something to hold on to, because an interpretation, I cannot find myself, I cannot find my context, everything is taken away. That reaction will come, and that reaction you must watch and bear it, because the tendency is to identify with that voice. But it is not you. We must be strong enough, resolved enough, trusting enough to stay put in the place where even the movement of attention is also perceived. Attention is one of our great powers inherent in the being. It is so powerful that wherever the attention goes or touches, it is being registered as my experience. It is so intimate, we even call it I. Attention goes to the right, we say, yes, I went to the right. But attention itself also is phenomenal to the ultimate self. Why I say this? Because even the movement of attention or lack of attention or restlessness of attention is observable, isn't it? I'm asking, isn't it? So something earlier than attention must observe the restlessness of attention, the strength of attention, the acuteness of attention, you see, or the lack of attention. That is also watched. So by saying this, I hope you see that you need not go with the feeling of being pulled about by the attention, that it itself, something subtler than that attention, observes the movement of attention. And so, I go back here again. So, somewhere deep in this new state, attention was rushing about and trying to cling to something for support or for life, you see. But this is observable. Stay in the place of the weakness of this movement. It is a cloud passing. It's very attractive to the habit of going with the senses and the mind and so on. Now, you've written, as soon as it would cling to sensations of the body, a thought would come, and with it, everything would return. Return to what? Return from oblivion, would come back again into a kind of context, and the sense of the person would be felt again. Is it true or not? You see, but it's all taking place, all a movement, it's all a kind of a play, an occurrence, watched in the unmoving, a movement observed in the unmoving. You see, if everything is a movement, supposing everything is a movement, you're on this side, how can you evaluate this movement when you're this movement? You see? But as soon as the attention is pointed back to that emptiness, a space of total stillness, unmoving, then the movements can be more clearly evaluated and seen. Is it not true? So this is the pointing, and this is what you are discovering when I point to the isness. From here, all, whether it is coming from the body, mind, imagination, thought, actualities, forms, sensations, whatever, they are just like cloud passing, because your own self is felt as an unchanging space. Watching is observing of things take place in a space of a kind of neutrality. So we don't have the sense of being swept up. But because of the momentum of habit, there's a tendency, now and again, something feels caught. But even if this happens, it cannot proliferate, it cannot keep expanding, because very soon, I can say by grace or so, the self-remembrance, if you want to say, reawakens the attention. One sees, it's nothing, you can leave it. If we are used to indulging the flow, the traffic of mental noise and personhood, then perhaps you may feel swept off course for some time. But the more you register that you are that which is here, beyond even belief now, because it has been proven through your own looking, stay put there, then these waves, tsunamis, whatever attacks, they are happening to who? Even the one who is being attacked is also a wave. It's also something moving. Do you see this or not? So, Tatiana is saying, as soon as it would cling to sensations of the body, a thought would come. You see, it's all visible, all seeing. A thought would arise, would come, and with it, everything would return again, what? To the surface. It would come back again in the mind, the body and the thoughts. So what? You could also say, but so what? How does it affect that which is behind the facade of the mind and the person? Is it not also passing? Or superficial? Doesn't it become superficial? Once it might have been felt as, traumatic and oh, not again, oh, please help me, oh, my mind, oh, I don't know what to do. And now it's, maybe not even, Okay. Beloved Guruji, I am sending you all my love and gratitude from Canada. I have attended Satsang in Rishikesh and in Zimar, but I never expected to be so deeply moved by your presence during an online retreat. We are so far apart, yet it feels so close. Your presence and love knows no distance, and each of your words go straight into my heart. I have no questions, but I would like to ask your blessing for me and my beautiful man and soulmate, who I met during, it has a silent retreat in Zimar last May. And then ... brackets, after the retreat, of course. So, even though we were from two different continents, our love has opened all doors for us, and 3 months ago, we started a new life together. I deeply feel that you brought him into my life, and I humbly ask you to give us your blessing. My blessing is that together you so imbue each other's life with true inspiration, that you win freedom ASAP. Okay. May our love be always pure and grow even stronger, and may we keep challenging each other to see who we truly are. Thank you so much, and thank you for your love and your guidance. Namaste, Guruji. Ella. Okay. You? Yeah. Cream jumper, cream cardigan.
Namaste.
Wow, amazing. Now that's universal, that is. Okay, go right ahead, it's okay, we can sit from here.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste.
Thanks so much for this beautiful event.
Thank you.
We haven't talked about relationship so much, so I have a funny story for you. Before this intensive, I came to Cascais for 2 days, and I've been longing for a passionate relationship for quite a while. And yeah, I want a man. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'm married, by the way, but it's quite unlikely. It's quite unlikely that my husband will listen to your videos, otherwise I will be in trouble.
Wow. Okay, you got everyone's attention, I tell you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Okay.
You said yesterday, when it comes to relationship, everybody's listening. So, yeah, I have this desire for quite some time, as the passion for my husband has been gone for more than 2 years. And I went to Cascais to a fish restaurant. And there was this waiter, beautiful Portuguese, black hair, black eyes, chocolate skin, the man of my dreams. And I felt very attracted to him.
Evidently, yes.
It's a funny story. I'm glad I can laugh about it. So I went, the next day I went back to the fish restaurant, and he asked me for my phone number. And I thought, oh wow, had lots of fantasies, and I gave him my phone number. And I went to Lisbon city, but he never called. And yesterday after the concert, I felt so inspired, and I felt so sensual. I thought, oh, what the hell, I just take the train back to Cascais. And I go to this guy and say I want to make love to him. And I went there. It's interesting. I went there fully inspired and went to the fish restaurant. And this guy, this beautiful man, he was there. And he came up to me, oh, Julia, it's great to see you. I'm sorry I didn't call you. I didn't have any credit on my phone. I said, okay, well, never mind. I don't care. And he said, you know what? Why don't you go to the Irish pub next door? And I'm just cleaning up the tables. I'll be with you in half an hour. And I thought, oh, wow. I felt so lucky, and I went to the pub, waiting and waiting, and he never turned up.
Sounds
so
a bit fishy to me.
Yeah, Portuguese man. And I felt like an idiot. I passed the fish restaurant, there was nobody there, and I couldn't believe it, and had to pay 35 euros for the taxi to get back to my room. And I was really frustrated.
That was yesterday?
Yesterday night, yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's a real story.
Yes, yes. You're on retreat, you know?
I know.
Okay.
I couldn't resist. The mind, you call it a mind tsunami, started like, oh, why is this happening to me? And am I too ugly? Did I do something wrong? And I read the Course in Miracles, and it says, I must have decided wrongly because I'm not in peace.
Could you say what the Course in Miracles said? What?
I must have decided wrongly because I'm not at peace. I can decide differently because I want to be in peace. So I could feel with you within the last days, I managed to observe myself. I know I have this attachment, this desire, and a lot of frustration. But now I'm really proud I can talk about this here in front of so many people, and I can feel that, like you said before, I can say, so what? I don't feel sorry for myself. It just happened, and I can say I'm in peace still right now. And I took the microphone just to announce that I want to be in peace. I want to be free of this desire and my attachments, and I want to be the light of the world, and I want to be loving to everyone. And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
May I have a hug? May I come?
Yeah, okay, you can. Yeah, okay, you came, okay, good. So,
Namaste.
namaste.
Thank you for calling me. Thank you for being with me for past 6 months, every day. Already in October, it was clear for me that I want to meet you. But then the season was closed, so when the Lisbon was announced, I booked it right away. And about 3 weeks ago, they diagnosed me with a brain tumor, and they say that there might be a bigger one also in the body. And
Sorry, a bigger what in the body?
a bigger primer tumor,
Tumor.
somewhere in the body. But I postponed all the tests and everything until after the retreat. And the thing is, I realized that I'm not afraid of dying, but I don't want to die before I have lived. And
Yes.
and I want to be the honey and never go back.
Yes.
Please finish me off.
This sometimes in a very strong situation has come for you. This discovery is you are going to make use of it, you see, already. Because it has really brought also not only the feeling of our of mortality, at least a certain aspect of us, but brought it to such a place that you realize, I don't have time to waste. I want to, One man came like this also to me, I remember some years ago, and he asked, can I see you urgently? And I saw him, I asked, why you want to see me so urgently and one-to-one? He said, I want to see you because I've been to a doctor, he says. The doctors, I have cancer, and they told me it is terminal, and I've come to see you because I want to die before I die. What does it mean? You understand? I want to die to what I'm not. I want to be free. I don't want to leave this body in ignorance. And then I say, you have my complete attention, you see. Such a being doesn't have time to waste. They are not going to postpone. Such a deep alertness has come inside, a yearning for leaving what is not contributing to my freedom, to step away from that. Now you're here now, and you say that yes, I'm not afraid of death itself. Only the one also who is tied up too tightly in personhood will feel this kind of fears of leaving the body. Not only, but quite likely this is one. Because so many things will feel like unfinished business for the ego. It will have postponed so many things that seem to get right, so many things left undone, so many attachments remain that there's a fear to let go of the attachments, all these fears may come. But for one who is immersed in the true introspection that is revealing your true nature, you see, that fear will not be so strong. You have come and you are saying, I want to be finished, you see. Be finished with what I'm not. Yeah. The invitation is for you.
I feel it very strong.
Isn't it? What has it revealed in you? You see? Because sometimes we have listened, we have seemingly followed, but after, then we seem to, okay, well, that was that, but now, I want to talk about my life. And so, what? Pay attention to what you discovered. Don't step over it so quickly. Don't go back with your mind so quickly. Why this loyalty to that which is suffocating your spontaneity, your freshness? Stay with what you have discovered, you see. You see, yes, of course, these tendencies will shoot up from the past, from identity, but you must be strong enough to see that, and to discard that, refuse that, and it will become easier and easier the more you can confirm your place here. And please do it. Because each time you come back again into personhood, into personal identity, it will awaken in you the old patterns, old ideas, stale ideas, things which are of not any service, and they will seem to weigh you down. It is all dream, even this is all dream, it's not true. But it will be experienced as though it's true. Now your experience must be to confirm your true place. Deathless, unborn. When you begin to speak and think and feel at this level of your beingness, I'm not worried for you. And it is right here, It is right here with you. You see? This is why I say, you don't realize as yet what you have discovered. You see? Because the mind says, okay, what is it? It's nothing, okay, bye. But stay put. Not just waiting like this. No, but with attention, with an alertness, as though you've just found the most important thing in your life. If you found the most important thing in your life, are you going to leave it on the bus? I don't think so. You will guard it and you'll look after it. So this is all. I feel this is good news. I am not sending you on some long trip or go and do this, spend 2 months in Japan, do this, go and bathe, so many times in the river, go and sit in a cave in Himalayas. I said, no, sit in the cave of your own heart. Just keep quiet with it. And just keep watching. It may seem to be very placid and naive advice, but it is going to produce so much power in you.
I'm so grateful that your pointings are so simple.
Yes.
And I've been searching for truth for a long time already, and with a master before.
Yes.
I went to see him last week to see what actually went wrong there. And it was exactly that. It was always looking for new things, and the work itself became more important than this. And that's why I'm so grateful, because I know how to do this.
Yes. Then do it. want to use this term, I know how to do it, then do it. Don't get in there. I remember one story, a master said that he was walking through one field, like a sports field, but a school field. He's walking on his way somewhere, and he saw this boy kind of like running up to the high jump pole, running up and stopping, and counting his steps back, and looking. And doing. He went on his way. On the way back, 2 hours later, the boy is still. You have to do it then. What is to be done? Stay put here, in this place. Even if some people say, I just can't, it's so hard. I said, even if you can only do it 1%, then be 100% in that 1%. Just sit there, just be, and don't create, don't need imagination. Already the invitation has come to you. Then listen to it again. And confirm where you are at the end of it. And stay conscious in this place. Not just dreaming, just be conscious of it. When you move from this place, it will not leave you. It never did.
I realized that I always lost it for acceptance and love from the outside,
Yes.
for searching for confirmation and to feel wanted and liked.
That was unavoidable. It's part of the journey of the sense of journeying through this field of consciousness and all this diverse world. You see? We have to taste, have to make mistakes also, very important. Very important. If you learn from those mistakes, then they're not mistakes anymore. It's okay, Don't be so hard on yourself like that. But now you know, now something has been revealed, and it's really, it's not asking you to project and imagine. It's right here. Stay with it. You see? And these fears, these anxieties also is going to be the best thing now for your body also.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I come?
Okay, come. Yeah.
Please let me come to all this.
Yes. Good. Thank you. Okay. Right. Can I see you?
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Some years ago, I made a firm declaration that nothing would dissolve my resolution for the truth. And attacks came from every side, every which way.
Yeah.
You've been my lifeline. I've watched Satsang every day for the last number of years. Even cancer came in this body. I was born for this, Guruji. I was born for the truth.
Yes.
I love you so much. Just at Christmas, I had more tests, and this body is clear of cancer now.
Yes.
So there is so much gratitude here.
Yes.
And I do see there's been a holding back, and I just want to drop this here.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes. Drop the one who is holding back.
Yes.
Yes. Disassociate from that. We pick up identities too quickly. Sometimes a thought, what starts as a thought, becomes an identity. It's just a thought, you know? And powered by belief. And further strengthened by identity. So, like this, as you discover now the true one, these things should not touch you. They may come, some things, maybe we have a relationship with certain tendencies, and they will keep coming with greater force than other things. Most things in life will not trouble you. But a few things may keep coming because somehow it's what you have to work with and work through somehow in order to see clearly again from your true place. You see? But I feel now even these things, they can be seen more and recognized as a transient phenomenon now. Why? Because, not because you are determined only, but because the result of your seeing can confirm these things. They become more weak, less strong, you see. And whatever happens, whatever contact or whatever happens in a life, if you meet any beings, whatever, before you start engaging in something, check in with yourself. Just at a certain point, you don't have to do that even, you know. Without needing to prepare, everything is seen in the correct context and perspective, that they are just things coming and going. They don't, it's as though you're cocooned in some kind of field of being. And the noise doesn't come through. Nothing enters through the solar plexus of your being. It's all just clouds passing. It's becoming like that in ways that is so beautiful because you don't remember doing anything at all. All you did, so to speak, was somehow keep honoring what you see, loving what you have found. And that which you are not is dissolving by itself, even unforced. Where have you come to in the hearing and the reading or listening to the invitation? What has been revealed to you that you can say, this is so?
So much has fallen away. There's great space,
Yes,
great peace.
yes,
My life is really simple now. So much has fallen away.
yes,
There's a deep contentment.
yes. Even the sense, my life, how strong is that? We can look at it now. It's like there is just life. There's no one really living it. Unfolding in consciousness. You are here, but like immeasurable, like perceiving from this vastness. Even if you feel you are new to this, and you have listened and looked with the help and guidance of the invitation, you may be able to begin to confirm, yes, maybe I wouldn't use the same words that you hear me speak, but there is something like, I feel edgeless, like not locked into, you're not trapped in the bubble of any thought. It's something is seemingly, you have no edge. Because you're not assessing life from the standpoint of personhood. Something has changed. You're not looking as something looking at other things. Even the very looking is seen. Have I gone too far to say? So, of course, you say, yes, there's greater space, there's peace, there's a kind of joy. Yes, these are your perfume. But you are what? Are you tangible to the senses? Just keep looking. All this I see. But what I am, I can only be. Or you may keep looking. When I said one time that it's like a knife, very sharp knife that can cut so many things. But however sharp it is, it cannot cut itself because it is one. There is no other. Or a scale that can weigh so many objects, but cannot weigh itself. Or the eyes that can see so many things, so many colors, shapes, sizes, distance, but they cannot look at itself. We can try, and I cannot do it. Always it sees else, something else. Same with yourself. All that you see are apparent. Can the seer be seen? This was my question yesterday. You see? And yet, at a subtler stage, you may well say, all this I am. but only when it announces itself within you, not a deduction or a projection or conclusion from the mind. So at this stage, it's less activity and more the sense of being and sitting and marinating in the seeing. Digest your seeing, just being with this. And otherwise continue in your daily activities of life. You'll find that perhaps a more acute attentiveness enters into your life also. A greater sense of detachment is present. It frees things up. Then you're not living life too personally. You see? Things don't strike at you. You become like the great space. But it's not an inert space. It is giving life to life itself. It's not important to say these things. More important to see and understand them. To be able to confirm, how can it be other than this? It's not a belief. It is experienced. It is seen. It is confirmed in you. Just this. Watch for this feeling of I that arises, that look for its content or substance. If it arises the feeling of I and it's full of history and judgments, it is also only phenomenal. It is also only apparent. That light in which it is seen, it has no lineage. Yeah, just like that.
I love the question, can the perceiver be perceived? When I ask that question, it's like this one disappears.
Yes. Yes.
Completely.
Yes. It can only disappear if it was shaped by ideas. A deeper seeing confesses that also is apparent. That is also seen. This is also seen. This is also seen. The subtlest of the subtle. It is also perceived. That which is perceiving, can it be perceived phenomenally? You see, even without trying, your beingness seems to just fold in onto itself. This question invites that internalization of this. And then don't speak about it. So don't just enjoy the question or love the question, use it. When you have used it, the question itself will fall away. Thank you.
So much.
Okay, yes, okay, come, yes. Thank you. Come closer, please. Yeah.
when I ask the question, can be the perceiver be perceived? It's scaring me on.
It's what happened?
It's terrifying me. I hate this question. The opposite.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Now, you say, when I ask the question, can the perceiver be perceived? The opposite of what it seems it should be going, I am experiencing the opposite. It terrifies me.
Yes.
Yes.
In spite of the fact.
Isn't the terrifyingness and the one being terrified also seen?
Yes. But it doesn't help me too much. Because I know that.
It doesn't help who? Just clarify. You say, but it doesn't help me. So please introduce this you. What you mean by doesn't help me? Just what you mean doesn't help me who?
The person, I think. Because I see that.
So you want a result to come to the person who is itself something you are observing.
Yes.
You don't care for the one that is observing? Or is it just a power in you, the person? Or does the fact that things are observable, the question come, by whom? Who is the observer here? Who is observing all of these things? See, this question wouldn't come naturally. This is the greatness of the sages' findings, because through them, they even tell you what question to ask. Isn't it? There's such greatness, no? Not only what answers you should find, but what questions you should ask. They introduce the question, you see. Obviously, they're pointing out something obvious. You're perceiving all that you call your life is shaped by perception and interpretation also. We are also interpreting many things which are not necessarily true, but we hold them, and that shapes the life you think you are and have. So, whose life is that? Is that the ultimate life? Or is it not the life of the one who is imagining it also?
Yes.
So this one who is imagining a life, no, also has the capacity to investigate also, to observe also. Then what is the difference? Well, the difference seems to be that this one, the personal one, is perceiving and observing, witnessing with self-interest only. You know, is this helpful for me? Will I be able to get somewhere? It's very
Yes, it's
personal.
like that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that witness is not the true witness. It's deeply invested in the things that it is perceiving. Is it not so? What perceives this? So the question, is that not perceivable also? Opens up a wider space of perceiving, which is either impersonal or at least less personal. We follow or not? Is it of value? Yes. So this initial one, the ego has the capacity, because the ego sense is also consciousness, but it's a very restricted form of consciousness, limiting, because it's identifying, hanging onto the body and feeling I am the body, and this so localized the consciousness that then all its perceived, all its experiences is offered to the bodily, the body and the conditioning that arises in this body. It's quite limited. Then some space, a capacity is still present to observe even this. That's a very, just like you've outgrown certain things, and now they don't trouble you anymore. You've outgrown them. Once upon a time, they were very much the fact of you. Now, as you outgrow them, become more fiction, more past. So is any of this stable for the person? Is the person itself stable?
No. But I can see the witness of that, of the fears and thoughts and all of that.
Yes.
But the distance is too close of them, and I get involved.
Okay. But even...
But I see that too.
Yeah.
I know.
You see this too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
so if you see it in
I can
this...
stay
yeah.
here. It's... And when you say that...
I can't stay here is also a thought, also you can see.
Yes.
Because something is here, that just here. You already say it didn't come, it cannot go. So it's just here. Can space say, I wish I could stay as space? No, it's a fact, it's just here. So something is just here. Other things seem to come and go, but something doesn't come and go. Are we aware of this or not? Yes. For you. So, presently, more energy is being given to the standpoint which is saying, but I can't stay here. I can't stay here. I can visit. I can be there for like 5 minutes with a lot of effort. And then after, I got to come back to my easy place, which is personal again.
Yes.
You see? And there has to be some, yes, it's true, to an extent within the relative expression, that is for the time being true. At a certain stage, that is true. It means that the consciousness that is in identity, trying to get to a place of no identity, is using effort and willpower to try and get there. But from the higher place of looking, the consciousness that is making the effort to reach this is also watched from here. Are you not here?
Yes, but I go always with...
For the moment.
So
For the moment.
2 years I try to do this. I look in your videos.
Isn't the one trying seen?
Yes.
Yes. You must look and confirm. But it is only, it's a sense, yes, something feels, yes, I'm trying, and then someone click. But the one trying is also perceivable. That which perceives the one trying, is it trying?
No.
That must mean something. That which is observing the one who is trying to get back to the self and so on, when it observes, it sees that this is just belief, it's imagination. I am already here.
Yes.
But somehow there's a dichotomy. It seems like you're two eyes. There's the I who is the seeker trying to get to the I who is not the seeker, which is a thought arising in consciousness.
I think I have...
Does it sound mental what I'm speaking? Because for me, I didn't grow up with much mental things.
Yes.
And I say this because the first time, that I say encountered the teachings of Sri Ramana Maharshi, I was really shocked.
I
It was
wanted
not
to go
my...
too
Huh?
yesterday. It was so mental, so effort.
Yes. But the mental is inside here.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, because actually, if you follow the pointing, as you move through, it becomes, oh my gosh, it's like coming into the obvious, like recognizing the obvious, obviously. You see? But in the beginning, because of the habit and the strength of identity being personal, it feels this personal seeker must exert a lot of effort. Then I point you, but you are watching this or not? You have the capacity to watch this. And as soon as this is pointed out, it seems, oh my God, but I'm imagining I'm here, but I'm actually here watching this one trying to get to here.
Yes, it's
And
like
it becomes better and better and better, and easier and easier and easier, and natural and natural and natural, until like, what's the problem? So, what you've been doing for 2 years?
So I think it's more easy when you say I have to let this all things out.
Yes.
Leave all of them. Then I was feeling something more deeper.
Okay, do
When
it
you
now.
say-
Then do now. Then all that we are talking about, including what I've been speaking, forget about it.
Yes, I'm tired for watch from.
Huh?
I'm very tired to watching and the watcher, and
Yes.
I know it's dreaming. It's
Yes. Yes.
But-
At some point, the true watching is not emerging any energy. Like watching is happening automatically. But it's not watching like watching a movie. The ultimate seer is not watching now. It's not watching like that, isn't it? You know it's not watching. It's just a knowing, a sensing is there. But it doesn't turn to the left and, turn to the... It's not watching like that, isn't it? It's like somehow whatever is arising, even if my eyes are closed, it is somehow perceived. Something is perceived. But it's not getting any juice itself from what is being perceived. In fact, it more is blessing what is perceived. It's the consciousness it has about itself emanates so much blessing to everything that is manifesting. It is not like the person who interferes with what is seen, who interprets what is seen, who projects on top of what is seen, distorts the perception. It is not like that at all. In fact, this seeing and being, they are one. So if you say like this, it works better for you. I totally am with you. Then if you can just let everything go, let everything to go, and you can trust also that by letting everything go, everything, including even the idea I have of myself, just let it go, drain away. Does it turn you into a fool, or does it make you're vulnerable? Would you start walk outside in front of traffic and bumping into trees? No, you won't, because an intelligence is there that somehow you don't give credit to that intelligence. You think if I'm not in control, everything is going to become chaos. So I want to see if you can prove it.
So it's a sense of I and attention with. It's still always there.
Yes.
If I let all the
Do you say attention or
attention,
tension?
attention with, it's attention with the sense of I. Stayed always.
Yeah. Attention or tension? What did you say?
Tension.
Tension.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tension seems to be where the I feeling is, because the I has a lot of content in it. It has a lot of desires, attachments, fears, and that gives rise to that sense of tension. Then I'm asking you now, is it observable or not?
Yes.
Yes. And for me, when you agree, yes, it is observable, I say, okay, we can get further on now. We can go deeper in. If you recognize that that itself is a feeling, a sensation, which may last for a minute or 2 or 5 minutes, but however much it lasts, it is not permanent. It is also a cloud passing. Maybe slow cloud passing. But something from where the seeing of that is arising, this is not passing, it is stable. This much you see? Do you see this or not?
A little.
Are you seeing it or are you seeing from it?
I don't know. I don't know where I see this.
Yeah. Where do you live?
Germany.
Can you come and spend a few days with me?
Yes.
Okay, I think it will be good. Can I look at arranging that with you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
I come with.
Can,
「
Okay.
We will speak after then.
Okay.
You? In the black top? Yes. That's another one. It's not enough to say black top. Okay. But okay. Yeah.
Namaste, Mudra.
Namaste.
That was exactly same what was happening with me
Yes.
yesterday and today. This realizing a lot of efforts, put it in a watching and then letting that go and realizing that it's all seen.
Yes.
And as you ask now, you see from this or no?
I asked him, are you looking at this or are you looking from this?
So
Yes?
what I yes, like the watching or like looking, sorry, my English, is happening,
Yes.
and somehow I know that it's happening, but like everything is seen, and there is an idea believed probably that I'm something inside this body and these thoughts. It's seen like idea I was believed in.
Yes.
Like if everything's seen, it's difficult to say now. If I know that all is seen, so it's supposed to be me who is seeing, but not what I believe I am.
Yes.
So just
So then, just on from this then, if everything, this is for everyone now, we are all here together, if whatever it is that is being perceived, the very function of perception, can I say like this? The very happening, the very act of perceiving is itself perceived. If I should say like this, could it be that the very act of perceiving is also perceived? Can the very function of perception, meaning that you're perceiving, the very functioning of perception, could that itself not be perceived? And if it is so, is there any excitement in that ultimate place of perceiving? If even the seeing is seen, what remains? Who is there? Is it personal? Do you need more time to answer this? If even the seeing, just like you are conscious of being conscious now, the use of the mind, the senses are functioning, the interpretation of that functioning, all of that is observed. It may seem strange because we are not accustomed to looking like that. I am trying to get you to become more accustomed to looking like that. Okay? Life can spare you the chance to look at that. That before the emerging of the sense of the person and the life and the thoughts and the feelings and the memories and the attachments and so on, that they emanated out of something and they are seen. Even the one who seemed to have the life and living that life, having these ideas, thinking, oh, I wish I was more confident, I would like to do this, even that is perceived. But to that ultimate place of perceiving, is it reacting to what is being perceived? No. Are you not there to notice? Are you not at that place? You see, if you were being questioned perhaps by a scientist, you would doubt yourself. You would say, oh, you have no way of knowing this. It's not scientific. But in a simple context of looking like this, where does even your answers come from? Where does your knowingness come from? Is it not already in you? You see? So, I'm only inviting you to introspect a little bit, and not in some heady, complex, over-mental way, but to follow the simple path that I point. And what is being revealed in this path? Is it alien to you? No. In fact, it's more real than you. It's more here than you. It's more here than who, when I say you. It's more here than the present idea you have about yourself. It's more stable than the present idea you have about yourself, which is constantly changing the idea you have about yourself. It's affected by moods, or even the fullness of the moon, or what tablets you take, or the end of the month crisis or whatever. All these things are affecting how you feel and think. How can that be reliable? It is okay for the surface reactions that we call life and so on. And I don't want to fault that, but something is deeper than this. And as you go deeper than this, are you becoming more afraid? No. In fact, the fear is drifting away. Maybe if you're told about it, fear may come. But as you yourself get on board with it and begin to look, you find, whoa, a sense of expansiveness. But even this sense of expansiveness is also perceived. How, in what way will this contribute to your life? Well, in uncountable ways. And yet, you know what? You won't mind so much. The things that you were longing for, oh, I really want, maybe not seem so important anymore. It's not so much about what I want, but what I am. It's not about where I'm going, but what I am. And this is why I'm not speaking about the future. I am the unbroken now. I have no future. And therefore, I am supremely happy. not concerned about what I need, because it's so misleading. It stops you from paying attention to that which is timelessly present. Don't figure out how can I use this. What arrogance, what ignorance. This is so much more than a feeling, than a passing feeling, or a fantastic thought. Those passing feelings, fantastic thoughts, they come and go. In the presence of something that does not come and go, that alone the word eternal or timeless or perfect points only to that. Can it point to anything else? When all forms are changing and changeful, all objects are interpretable. What is our common reference point? So don't keep going upstairs into the attic. Pay attention to this. Be one with this. You don't have to make any great statements like, okay, bye life, I'm going into the cave, or you don't have to do anything at all. Just put your attention on what you are discovering. It is the mind that says, now I have to give up my job, now I'm going to go and be a yogi, and all. We don't need. Your life lived in its natural unfolding is part of the great dance of existence also. But experience it intelligently. Enjoy your awakening. And you're also the joy of awakening. All cynicism, arrogance begin to fall away. Whatever comes and goes. Yes, sometimes you must attend to that. Something in the dynamic life, we have to attend to that. There's a truth there also. But like Christ say, seek first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added unto you. Don't say, seek first the kingdom and you'll get everything you want. The kingdom of God is within you. Not as things, but as the source of your own being. I can speak like this with you now, because I hope what I'm speaking is not alien to you, not foreign. It's not some distant philosophy to say, okay, now you know, if you follow this in the next 2 years, no, right here today. Thank you. Yes. the great poet Saint Rumi said something I would like to share before we go off for lunch or whatever. He says, "The one who brought me here must take me home. That which brought you here, that great being, that spirit of truth, that grace has come to take you home." And where is home? You are home. You are the destination and the journey and the awakening. Thank you. Don't listen so much to your mind. Take a little time to feel what is inside your heart. Just feel, don't even try to understand. And understanding will reveal itself. How strange that it takes time to discover the timeless. Amen. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. We have some music.
Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Shamsiel, Archangel Raphael, guardians of here and beyond, protect us from that which keeps us from Him. Let the Lord rise from within. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Toil and fear no more. The Lord has come, and now we can see again. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Shamsiel, Archangel Raphael, guardians of here and beyond, protect us from that which keeps us from Him. Let the Lord rise from within. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I need you.
Thanks to you. Merci.
Thank you.
Extraordinaire ce que je vois. Tiens mon papa. Tiens mon deuxième papa.